Hi everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're talking about food safety, and we're focusing on food safety when you are cooking. So when you're cooking, it's really important to heat foods to the proper minimum internal temperature to be sure that any bacteria that's in or on the food has been destroyed. And a food thermometer, like I've got here, is essential for the task. They often come with a little sleeve like you see right here, the orange thing, yellowish orange thing, and then they'll have a probe that you can insert in the food and a dial where you can read the temperature of that food, the internal temperature. It's really important to have one of those gadgets around. They're not expensive to have, but they can help to keep you from getting sick if you don't cook something enough, okay? Now, the biggest point here is to cook to at least to the minimal safe internal temperature. You can go beyond that if you want. That's a matter of personal preference. There's nothing wrong with going beyond that, but you want to always make sure that that food reaches that safe minimal internal temperature. Another important point is when you're finished cooking and need to hold the food for a little while before serving. Let's say it's done 30 minutes before serving time. You want to keep hot food hot and out of the, quote, danger zone. That's a temperature range where bacteria can readily multiply. And that would be between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, or between 5 and 60 degrees Celsius. Bacteria does grow especially rapidly when it's within that frame and between, let's say, 70 degrees Fahrenheit and 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And what temperature range is that? Well, the 125 may be a bit warm for your house, but it's usually room temperature, okay? And again, that would be between 21 Celsius and 52 Celsius. If your food is ready 30 minutes or whatever amount of time before serving time, you still want to keep it out of that danger zone of the original 40 to 140 Fahrenheit. And the easiest thing to do is turn on your oven and turn it to the lowest setting, which is usually above that 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Put your cooked food in there, and that will keep it safely warm until you are ready to serve it. If you're dealing with cold foods, same principle. You don't want them sitting out at room temperature in that danger zone a long time before they're going to be served, so you can keep them in the refrigerator. If they were frozen foods, obviously you want to keep them in the freezer unless they were frozen and then softened up, and then you can put them in the refrigerator, bearing in mind that they're going to continue to soften up in the refrigerator, but just at a slower pace than if you had them sitting out. Now, regarding those minimal temperatures, I've got a chart here that I'm going to put up for you, and it's really important. Copy this down and have it handy so that you know, especially if you're new to using a thermometer, an oven thermometer, you really need to bear with this for your own sake, the sake of not making yourself or other people sick. The minimum internal temperature when cooking should be 145 degrees Fahrenheit for whole beef, pork, lamb, veal, and uncooked fresh smoked ham. Okay? It should also be 145 degrees Fahrenheit for fish and shellfish of any type, 160 degrees Fahrenheit for all ground meats, 160 degrees Fahrenheit for eggs, 165 degrees Fahrenheit for all chicken and poultry, whether it's ground or whole, 165 for heating leftovers of any type, including cooked ham, and 165 degrees Fahrenheit for reheating casseroles. Bear those temperatures in mind. They are very important when you're dealing with food and you want to make sure you don't make yourself or someone else sick. I do hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions below. Take care. Bye for now.